think I'm live. Live at 5. So live at 5. Everybody want to pop up? Come on board. I guess I'll get invite down here. Should we get up here to chit chat with us? Bam. Want to come on up? Come on up. Got a little giveaway tonight. Try and take care of the people. I don't know who else is on live. I know St. Louis just got off. I was hoping I wasn't going to interrupt with his. I didn't see it up there. I don't know if it was a spur of the moment thing or not. So I don't know who else is on right now. Juice, I think might be coming on tonight. I don't know. But it is what it is. So there's only 2 or 3 people in here. Y'all winners. Yeah, when I put my my live up, St. Louis, I didn't see you up there, or I would have respected that. I don't know if it was a spur of the moment thing or not. Like I am, get out of the pool and I'm going to go live. This who comes on. Got 3 of these things, man. 3 more envelopes to send out tonight. Shannon, hey, what's going on? I appreciate you stopping in. Will do, Shannon. I appreciate it. That's okay. I understand. I don't have him on my thing, so I don't know who's all up, but I understand. I appreciate it, though, Shannon. Thank you. Good test. It was good. Good live, St. Louis. Good live. That gold ring, that was a score, huh, buddy? Can never get StreamYard to work on my computer, so I had to figure it out why it turns off and my microphone was not installed. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, these things are, it's learning curve when you start doing this stuff. I always ask for help from Jamie or somebody out there to help me out with it. I don't do a ton. Well, I haven't done a ton of them. You bet enjoy the good beer. 30 over here. 30 over here. Keep it up. All right, Shannon. Mandy, hey, thanks for popping in, Mandy. JSP, buddy, man, here for a bit. Come on, man. Grab a cigar and a drink, go sit on the patio, and let's get down with this. JSP's got a good channel. You guys need to check it out. St. Louis, too. Everybody's got a good channel. You know that? Everybody that texts has a good channel. Mandy's always there, commenting on my stuff all the time. JSP the same way. St. Louis the same way. You guys all are. You guys are great people. Great people. Like I said, this is a promote thing. I don't know who else is out there, so I don't know if Juice is coming on tonight sometime. It might be later on, but I just need to pop in. There was nothing out there when I looked at 5 o'clock, and I said, well, I'm going to go on. So I'm going to start putting some. You guys go ahead and chat a little bit. I'm going to put some of this stuff in here. Put some names in the duck race here for you guys. SP, Mandy Brown, Ray, what's up, man? Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Get your name in there too. It's hard. I need somebody to come up and help. Where's my boy at? Where's my boy Danny at, or Jamie? Because I'll miss somebody, I'm sure. Yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming over here. You guys got a lot better things to do than sit here and watch my ass on the goddamn computer, I'm sure. But hey, it's all fun. We got T-storms rolling in right now, so we got our batting down. Everything's cool. Let her blow. Still 100 degrees out there. We just got out of the pool a little while ago. Anybody go out today? Anybody go out and hunt today? I didn't get to go out today. Matter of fact, I was bored today. I tried watching your. Mandy, you're awesome. You always comment on my stuff. You're awesome. You're awesome. That's funny. Yeah, I hear you, Ray. Yep, I hear you. Yeah, it gets bad out there. We all talked about this many times. Oh, man, you're welcome. More than welcome. Thank you. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Just a little channel. I'm just a small fish in a big pond. That's all I am. But you know what? You got to keep doing this to get to be a big fish in a little pond, I guess. I don't know. I have fun doing it. I enjoy talking to y'all. Got a lot of dedicated people to come over here and watch me, and I appreciate it. Rick takes Yep. Like I said, I don't know who else is on right now. I really don't. That really doesn't matter. I'm not taking anything away from your channel. I guarantee you that. I would hope not anyways. You guys go back and forth. I understand. But I do have 3 of these to give away tonight. Mystery gifts, envelopes. So stick around and see if you're a winner. Link to come up for. You want to come up for a few minutes, JSP? Hang on. Let me get you up here, man. Coming. Maybe. Computer works right. Invite. Whoop. Just missed it. JSP, I never had you up here before, man. You're more than welcome to come here anytime, buddy. Anytime. Hang on. Uncle Beep, what's going on? Paste. And there you go, Uncle Beep. Let me get you in the duck race there. Uncle Beep, you're set to go, buddy. And JSP, I just sent you the link if you want to pop on. Come on up. I'm assuming that's what you meant. Oh, yes, yeah. You're right. It's all heads. See this, I usually have 2 laptops and a tab to watch multiple streams. Shit, I'm doing good just watching one, man. It's a chore. It's, you know what? This is a big job. I mean, you got to, you want to take care of people, but it's a lot of time. It is a lot of time. Make sure I got, yeah, okay. Just checking, make sure I got the people in here that need to be in here. JSP, you say you're coming up or going away? I don't see you up here yet. I'll put the link out there. There it is. There's the link. Anybody wants to come up, come on up. Gregory, what's going on, buddy? Hang on, we got JSP. Here he is. Hang on, JSP. I got you. What's going on, buddy?
Not much, my man. This is the second live I've ever done. I don't do lives.
You know what? I appreciate the hell out of you coming up here right now.
Well, I am outside smoking my cigar, and you
Excellent.
said smoke, so we're gonna have some fun. How about
that? Nice. I appreciate
you
that.
can see the mountains in the background. Can you let me 1 second? I'm gonna try
a little blurry behind the trees.
Yeah. It should be able to be seen, but I'm having a hard. You know what? It may need the other camera. It may need the reverse side. So
that's fine. You're fine with what you
anyway. I hope everyone's having a great day. I hope everyone's having.
Yeah, absolutely. Always.
The whole family's out at the Padres game today.
Oh, nice.
The wife's out at a dinner event, and they left me at home. Can you imagine the mayhem?
Oh man, they left you at home. That mayhem.
Cheers and cheers.
Right on.
And tomorrow I'm going camping, so I mean it's like a really
nice.
So what are you up to this weekend besides just hanging out?
Not a whole bunch. We got thunderstorms, this and that coming in, and so we got not a whole bunch. I didn't get to go out detecting or anything. It's quiet. In the morning, there's the storms coming in, rain and stuff, and this evening we got a little bit of stuff going on right now, and it's just like hit and miss. That time of the year, monsoon season around here.
Is it really hot there now?
We were at 101 today.
Wow.
And I think we had 30% humidity.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. And when you go out hunting, JSP, that's freaking hot.
It's too hot. It's too hot. It's just, It's not fun. No, my wife went down to New Orleans. She went on a cruise to Mexico, something like that. But I don't really know, but she said it was the hottest she's ever been in her life. And I said, you went down during the worst time.
I know. Yeah.
June, July there's no air movement. It's 100 and whatever. It's humid.
Yep. That's like Cabo San Lucas. Same thing. Cabo San Lucas is the same way. It's like you get off the plane, it's like bam, it hits you in the face. It's like, oh Jesus.
Right. And so, it's one of those things where you need to experience, because there's no way you can, in your head, you can't put those factors together.
No, you do. You have to experience it. There's no doubt about it. No doubt.
Yeah. And when you travel, I don't know if you've traveled a lot, but one of the things that I've done while traveling is I find that I don't do a lot of research on the country before I go. And it helps me out, actually.
It does.
Depending on where you go. But I mean, it's one of those things where you get there and the culture is there.
Yeah.
And it's to me, I'd rather do that. Like when I went to Italy, I didn't do a lot of research before I went. My wife's from Italy, but when I went there, it made it that much more interesting. So everything I heard from the people there was more impactful, So
right.
I don't know. Where have you traveled to?
I've been to Cabo. Not a lot out of state wise. Gotcha. In states, I've been a lot. I've been to Mexico and stuff like that, but not.
What do you think of Mexico? Have you been to the ruins, the Mayan?
No, I would love because I'm so interested in that type of stuff. I'm just back even when I was in high school. I mean, when we did the up to the classes and stuff like that, it always interested the hell out of me. I would have loved to go there. King Tut stuff and all that stuff just interests the shit out of me.
One of the guys I'm going to have on, he is a guy that wanted to mentor. He wanted to mentor me to get monetized. And I need to emphasize to everyone, you need to really carefully think about monetization. It could suck your soul out through a straw.
It's huge. Yeah, it's
I got my notice the other day. You're the first person that notices that knows this. And I am not really that excited about it because I know what it took to get here, and it wasn't fun. It was not fun. It was a torture. But anyway, my point is that this guy that I'm going to have on is an engineer. He's a very bright guy. He has some really strong beliefs about YouTube, negative ones. And I think they're good. I think they're good to know. I don't bring on people that think the normal way. I want to bring on people that are going to challenge our thought. Because my whole career has been building airplanes and flying them at the same time.
Nice.
And when you walk into the job, They say that engine has to be over there and that one has to be over there, and you're going to run out of fuel in 15 minutes. You need to come up with a new fuel type. That's what I did. And so when I hear stuff like this, it's really interesting. The other guy that I talked to the other day, and he's excited. He's a Marine One Marine, and that with Reagan, with President Reagan, and actually had beer with him.
Wow.
And his perspective, I asked him to memorialize 3 of his heroes that he served with during the show, if he would take the time to come on. And one of his stories, if he tells it, I don't think there's a person in the United States that knows it.
Wow.
And it's one of those significant factors. Anyway, long story short is going back just a tad, the guy that I want to bring on, that engineer dude, is one of those people that said, and it blew me away. He goes, do you know that the pyramidal structures, some of them have hieroglyphs and some of them don't? I didn't know that. And he goes, why would that be? Why would one structure have hieroglyphs all over it? Would have all the tombs, would have all these things, and the other one doesn't. And that's the guy who I'm going to be interviewing in a matter of weeks. He's a fascinating type of person, and I'm just thrilled to it.
Are you doing that live?
I'm going to do mine live on my feed. I'm doing his live first. What I wanted to do is interview him because I don't think he's ever told his story. And I don't know if I'm a good interviewer, but I'll tell you, when I've talked to him, I said, you've got to get the story out because it's like you're not a typical person. I can tell by looking at your house. I can tell how you talk. I can tell what you've done is probably pretty decent. And the people I want to bring on are the ones that get you to think differently. If you take one idea away, that's where you want to be.
Right.
It's not about agreeing. I don't want people to agree.
Right.
I just don't want that. So that's the other one. And the other one I drove past this guy's house. I've been friends with him since 4, and I drove past his house, and his house was torn down. It's about a 5,000 square foot, 3-story house, and he had an entity in it.
Wow.
And that entity is now roaming.
Oh, Jesus.
And he lived in it. And I want him to tell the story to everyone so it's not forgotten. And I want to get his opinion of what that means, right?
That interests the hell out of me.
Yeah. You know, let me ask you a question. When did you go back to, are you a paranormal person?
No.
Okay. I have been interested in paranormal since John Edwards. And John Edwards was a TV show, Crossing Over. And I've read a few blogs about people that hated him, thought he was a fraud. And the only thing that ever came up with haters is that they couldn't get the attention that he did, right? I mean, when you get a hater that profound, is they can't perform. So I went and I thought about what John Edwards did. And John Edwards, have you ever seen his show?
No.
John Edwards was a show that would bring a studio audience and ask any question, and the people would talk. And he would interpret what their relatives, he would tell them about their past.
Wow.
And some people said it was fake. I don't believe it was. He said a statement to me, to someone. I'd love to get him on the show. But he said a statement. I'll never get him on the show. He's going to look at me like, who are you? You got like no followers. And you're a moron for trying. But he's right about the moron part. But the funny part is that he at the end of a show, he said, I'm exhausted.
Well, it took that much out of him.
It was a power draw.
Right. Yeah. It took that much out of him.
Right. Now, if you watch any of the paranormal, you'll see that everything's about energy, right? They have these little lights going off. It's about
we've watched that before. I've watched it plenty of times. I watched it.
Right. You're not interested in overall, though?
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
Right. Oh yeah. No, I watched the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, especially when you get them up there with their talking devices and stuff like that, and they're saying certain words and stuff, and they get the chills, and somebody touched me, or somebody did this, or noises around them and stuff like that. That interests the hell out of me.
You know what? You know what I find. I don't know if it's for you, but I have had one. Have you ever had an instance where you knew something was going to happen and it did?
Yes, and I
When
can tell
was
you
that? When was that?
earthquakes, and it happened more
Earthquake?
than
Is that plural?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I knew. I mean, I had dreams about it the night before, and it happened within days.
So
And
when was it? Is this now still to date all the way
no,
back?
no,
Okay.
it's back. It's back. I lost it, and I don't
Isn't
know
it
why I
funny you
lost
said
it.
that? Isn't it funny you said that? Tell me about you losing it. Tell me when it came in and tell me when you lost it. I'm curious about
Well,
that.
it came in probably. Oh God, I would say it's been a while, John. I mean, I can't pinpoint it to the gnat's ass, but I would say it's probably been 20 years, maybe. When I was, younger, a little younger, well, quite a bit younger. But it came in, and I was having them like pretty frequently. And I even called one out to a guy at work when I was working at a Ford dealership. And I seen this is kind of goofy, but I seen him in the shower when the earthquake happened. And I went to work and I told the guy that. He said he was in the shower when the earthquake happened.
That's the odds of that are zero.
And I'm not lying.
No, and so the odds of that are zero, though. There's
Yeah,
there's no way you could assemble those two facts,
nope,
right?
nope.
It had to
And
have
then
been natural.
another one, we went on a trip to Cabo San Lucas. We were all in the airport of Portland, Oregon, getting ready to head out, sitting around the table. Had a dream the night before that I told these guys too. I dreamt that I had an earthquake. We were out on the boat because we had a private boat out there in Cabo San Lucas. And sure as shit, there was something came across the news wire that there was an earthquake in California. I haven't had it since, Johnny.
And you said did you know you lost it? Did you know you lost that gift before
Yes.
before it went away?
I was pretty sure.
So what was happening in your life at that time?
Just normal life, nothing big, nothing fancy. I mean,
Did someone die? Did someone die? Did you have a big event that changed
not
for
back
you?
then. Not that I remember, anyways. Not back then.
You know, the reason I'm asking you is because I only had one incidence of that happening. And it was when I was young. I was traveling Earl's Benoit Lake Resort. Earl was a guy that influenced me. He owned him and his lady owned this campground. And I said, on the way there, I said, "Is Earl dead?" My mom and dad goes, "No, he's not dead, son." And then they turned around after an hour and said, "Why do you say he's dead?" I said, "Because he's dead."
Wow.
We showed up and he was dead. He
wow.
died. No, but that's the only instance I can remember. And do you see why the parallel? Because you had it and lost it. I had it. It went away. And I'm not curious that you had it. I'm curious about what gave it to you and then why it went away.
Yeah, I don't know. And I always think about that too. I always think about that too. Why? I mean, why not now? Why don't I do that now?
Do you have any other things in your life that are unusual? Do you have any other? I don't know if it's called. I don't know if I call it a gift. I call it gifts, like things that are unusual. You have a good sense of something. Like a lot of people have a good sense of a good person or bad person within seconds.
I think I do. I feel that I do.
Okay.
I feel that I do.
Do you have any other senses?
I can catch a person. I think.
Do you have any other senses like that?
Not that I could speak of, but to stop here and just be that thrown at me. I mean, I would really have to think about it.
Yeah. It's very curious to me because, I consider myself not at all able to interpret spirits or anything. I go to. Are you frozen or am I frozen?
No, we're good. No, I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
I go to, I went to some paranormal feeds, right? And I'm hearing people say 98% of the stuff they're seeing, I'm not seeing. I don't have that gift. I don't have any gift. Like I can't walk by a person and say they're evil.
Right.
I can't sense it. I can sit in a company and I can watch an entire market shift. I can watch an entire situation. I can feel $3 billion move.
Wow.
I can't feel anything in my personal life move.
Now,
like
weird.
you did with the earthquake. And to me, that's remarkable because standing in the shower, the odds are zero.
I called it. And I called it to him.
And then it went away.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it happened. I think after that, one or two more times, and then it went away. Now, the funny thing about this, think about this, JSP. We're sitting here talking about it. What brought this up? Why?
If you listen, I'm going to tell you some stories that are going to make you nervous. My life is not normal. It is not.
My life's not normal either.
Yep, it's not normal. It's there's stuff that's happened in my life and the stories I'm going to tell that are just mind-boggling. I recorded one 6 months ago. I haven't posted it yet because I'm not going to justify anything that I've done. And it was so emotional. I got teary-eyed. These people are that I've met. The people are so important in the American culture that everyone that's watching this and that's lived our life knows exactly the person and family I'm talking about. And I can't post it because it's justified because some asshole has attacked me. And I can't do it because I can't justify myself. It's not. I don't want to dignify it. The other stories I'm going to tell you are two, and I don't know how many billion people are on Earth.
Oh Jesus, a lot.
I'm thinking 7 or 8 billion, right?
Yeah, there's a lot.
2 and 8 billion. It happened not once, not twice, 3 times.
Wow.
And I walk up to people in other countries and say, "I know you. Let's work backwards." And we find out where we met each other.
Literally, what's going on?
Yeah, and I turned around in the middle of Scotland in a distillery, and there's the guy I worked with 2 months ago.
Wow. Small world or what?
I was in India.
Oh, Jesus.
I came back. I was in a room. 2 guys were arguing. I went up to him. And by the way, there was an animal running around on the roof of the hotel in the 4-star restaurant. It was a rat the size of a large dog.
Oh, Jesus.
And they were not stunned about this at all.
It was normal, huh?
Apparently. Now this guy is not world renowned. So I go into a place in another country at the other side of the planet. 16 hours of flight. And I walk up to him and I said, I need to interrupt you. They're in an argument. I said, would you honor me with your presence? And he said, sure. And I said, do you know this person? And he goes, he's my cousin.
Oh, Jesus.
And these aren't anything. It's like, it's not, I was trying to think how I describe me, and it's nothing, just a normal,
right.
I've never said these stories to anyone, but it's not, someone said, so are you different? And I said, no, nothing. But I'll tell you, what makes it really curious about all this, and I have 100 stories that I'm going to be telling about the people that I've met. And I'm a guy who came from a family who had nothing, single income.
Right. Same here.
Right. and it's one of those things where you start, and the first job I had going to school after I failed in college the first time. And I failed in college because I didn't want to go 6 years to get my degree. And that's how they ran their college courses. So you couldn't get out. It was a trap. So I came home and I found this guy, and he rebuilt one of our monuments in our country.
Wow.
That's who I was with. Holy crap.
That's
You know,
crazy.
it's neat. The stories are really neat because I was thinking, why me? Why did I get to meet these people? And then the people I met through him.
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And you know, I have spent the last 7 months just meeting people. I don't. No one knows what I do, and I'm never going to tell them. It could be government. It could be any number of things. And
You
I
don't work with the IRS, do you?
if I did, I'm the dumbest ass ever because I've hosed myself. And it's not funny, but it's really not funny. Yeah, and I live in California, which is like quadruple, right? And see, that's not funny either.
Oh.
But if I did, I'd jump off my balcony. But what was I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what. But let me back step here. I'm trying to figure out where I was going. Can you see what the chat? See if the chat can remember what I was saying. I can't see the chat.
What were we talking about before we started laughing? Trivelli, what's going on, man? He's out there. I think they're all just sitting there listening.
And I'm doing something really cool that I'll hook you up with. I haven't told anyone what I'm doing. I remembered what I was saying. Age sucks, man. Age sucks.
Oh yeah, well, please. You start thinking about it when you get up there. It's like, okay, I mean, what's that?
It's what I'm doing right now by meeting people, and I want to meet people that don't know what I did. I want to meet people that I could just meet them, right? And I want to get to know the people so I know their intentions are good. Because I'm going to be a broadcaster. I'm not going to be as much of a participant. I'm going to be a broadcaster mostly.
Absolutely.
And I've never said that out loud. So and one of the things that I don't know what your perception of YouTube is. I think it's a gigantic. It is a vortex of strange to me.
Well, you know what it is. I mean, we all know what it is. If you really stop and think about it, the dog eat dog world out there, man.
It really is. But what do you think about the platform for you? I mean, what's your perception of it?
You know what? You try so hard. You already mentioned that earlier. I mean, you work hard at it. It's not easy to get to where you really want to be. And, you know, the question is where do you really want to be on YouTube? You know, I was up and down about it for a while. I mean, do I want to be monetized? I mean, I like talking to you people is what I like doing. That's my perception. So YouTube is kind of sets everything aside a little bit, but to be monetized, and I guess it'd be all right. You know, I'm not, if I really wanted it, I could be there right now. I mean, that's just the way it is.
And be careful what you ask for.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how great is it? I mean, I haven't talked to enough people to know how great it is. I mean, I don't have, 100,000 or 200,000 people, in my subs or anything like that. And these little ads,
go ahead.
And these ads they pop up, they don't pay that much, I'm sure. So, I mean, you're hoping. I like giving stuff away too. I mean, that's kind of fun. I mean, I really enjoy that. You're giving, little stuff away to other people because there's a lot of people out there who support my channel like you, JSP. I mean, you're in on here all the time. You're always commenting on my stuff and stuff like that, and I really appreciate the hell out of it. You got a good channel. I mean, it's great. That's the kind of people I like on this channel.
Do you think YouTube makes you better?
No.
Or does it make your personality?
No.
No what?
It doesn't make me better, and it doesn't make my personality better. I am who I am.
But do you get to, what's the value in YouTube for you right now?
At this point where I'm at right now is getting to talk to you people, being live with you, and the stories and stuff like that. I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, yeah, the being monetized would be nice, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been there. Where I would go after that, I'm not sure. I mean, how far will it take it? I'm just not sure.
That's a fair statement. I mean, I don't think anyone knows until you get there, right? I mean,
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be no freaking millionaire off of it. I guarantee you that.
Well, you know what? I just going to throw something out at you. I know a guy.
Hey, Gary, what's going on, buddy?
Who has he has 100 and some thousand followers. I know another guy. He's grown up to over 500,000. He had started when he had 60. You know, just not a lot. And they're very approachable people.
Right.
But you know if you die tomorrow, I just want to give everyone the idea of what this means. You're gone.
Yep.
You have no footprint.
Yep.
There's a story I'm going to tell about a guy who died, a PhD. I didn't know for 3 months. Every post was great. Every post was clean. Every post was educational, informal. It was intelligent. It was purposeful, right? And this guy died, and I found out 3 months after. It hurt my soul because you know what? I didn't know for 3 months, and then he disappeared,
and it was all gone.
And he had hundreds of thousands of followers.
Wow!
Now let me throw this at you. I was on some guy's kitchen, heat in the kitchen. He's a guy that does pepper stuff, an African American guy, nicest guy in the world. Very, very blue collar guy I was, and I grew out of that blue collar though. I will tell you. And then I went back to it amazingly enough. Interesting, but on his feet I met the kind old gentleman, and he didn't show up. Oh. I went to his feet and he had passed away.
Oh, geez.
And him and I were getting closer.
Right.
Meaning you go back to each other's. And I didn't know. And I went back and I told his wife how important he was.
God.
She answered back.
Oh, Jesus.
It was great. Well, it was, it's one of those, it's a terrible moment, but
that's crazy.
Anyway,
Well, GSP, you're monetized, aren't you? Are you monetized?
I haven't made the decision yet. I got to talk to my tax person, and I'm not really excited about it because I'm going to tell you why. You said something a few minutes ago that I have no money at all. I mean, nothing. I have a plot of land that my taxes are more than my house payments in a custom home in another state. And I don't, it's not a bad or good thing. I'm fine.
Right.
I'm living well.
Right.
But I don't want a thing from people because if I do that, it's wrong. I don't take any gifts. I always give them away.
Yep.
What I want to do is what you said, give back.
Yeah, it's nice to give back. It makes you feel good.
Well, I don't, if I'm earning a dime off of this, because most of the people making donations can't afford to make them. I don't know if you know that. They can't afford it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They wouldn't be on here.
Right. Yeah, well, it's, there's a story I'm going to tell about how much I was earning per hour, making huge money, but having to work 6 days a week. I got paid for combat pay. And I was in Barcelona, Spain. I just got done watching Lionel Messi score a hat trick. Oh. And I was insulting all the surgeons I was traveling with. And I went up to him and I said, you guys, I know you can't afford the tickets, and they're making $1 million a year. You can't afford the tickets, and that you're on the lower echelon of the income level. But I'm sitting over there. So all these guys went out and scrambled and got tickets. And the goal was to beat the other people, not me, because they knew I couldn't afford any decent tickets. I was sitting so far up at half field that I was in front of a family of men, 7 people wide, all the way from grandchildren to the great-great-great-grandfather, arguing about how shitty Messi played.
Oh, Jesus.
And he scored a hat trick. and I want to tell you, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, that these guys were all arguing. They're all fans, right? They're sitting there. None of them could play a lick. And they're all arguing about the best player in the world. And I don't know I don't know any Italian. And they're arguing back and forth, telling each other how it is. And they're arguing back and forth. And he scores the hat trick. It was the best moment of my life. And it was like even the littlest kid was throwing his hands up in the air, getting all involved. It was the whole line down. It was back and forth. They never sat and shut up the whole night. And I got to watch this.
That's fun.
I got to watch this. And then I went to I was in Scotland.
Oh.
And I'm watching the Celtic game. Now I landed in Scotland, went to sleep, got up, and said, "When does the team play?" And the guy goes, "There's a game today." And so I said, I bought a ticket right online, paid whatever it is, went to the game. There wasn't a non-swear word spoken in that stadium.
Wow.
Ever. It was a string of swear words.
Wow.
Every song, every conversation, men, women, children, nothing but profanity. And I'm going to tell you, I laughed the whole time. I'm going to play the video footage from that game, and you can probably hear it. It was the most profanity-laced game, and every song was perfect. Every experience was perfect. They had to fence in the competitors' team. They told them not to leave the game, otherwise they get murdered. Anyway. And the totally different game. There was no arguing. There's no nothing. And here I was watching all this and thinking, how lucky am I? And
time.
Yeah, well, it was one of those. It was one of the companies I worked with. I could talk with my boss and say, "Listen, here's how I work this. If I stay 14 days instead of 7," and he did it. 14 days instead of 7, it'll only cost our company $100 more. And he would go along with it. He'd do the same thing. And so I have videotapes of me walking across Barcelona, and I'm going to play them. I've got stories from people when I'm sitting drinking in the courtyards, castles from the 1700s.
Wow.
It's just really cool stuff. And the cool thing was about it all that I didn't deserve to be there. I was just a guy. I was a guy that grew up in a neighborhood that I went on one airplane in my life.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but maybe you were meant to be there.
For whatever it was awesome. And
that's cool. That's cool.
Anyway,
it's like that. That's awesome.
But so you traveled to Mexico, cruises.
I've been on cruise. Been to Alaska.
What do you think of cruises?
I'm not all that up on it. For the fact is you go port to port. You're out for a couple hours. You got to come back in, off to the next port. I enjoyed going to Alaska just to see Alaska, because we never been there before. I mean, Ketchikan and Sitka and all them places like that. It was really cool to do that and say I've been there.
Did you see any ice?
We went up to the ice stuff, and we watched it break off and fall down and crash and make the big splash and stuff like that. We seen the whales and all that stuff. It was a cool experience. So,
however,
Yeah.
However, what? However, what?
Well, however, I mean, Alaska trip, I don't think I'd want to do again. I mean, it was nice and we went there and stuff like that. It was cooler outside, of course, because it's Alaska.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to do like a Caribbean or a Mexico cruise or something like that, because it's just port to port, and you're on and off the shore real quick. Like,
Interesting.
I like staying when I go someplace. I like being there for a while.
Do you like chilling there, or do you like sightseeing?
Chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, depending upon where it was at too. You're talking the ruins too. Now, if I went there, I'd be just like sightseeing my ass off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to see that. I mean, I am so up on that stuff. It's pathetic. I mean, I like what that's all about. I like the history of it, and just knowing that then people way back then were there and what they did, and what's under the ground and stuff like that, just amazes the hell out of me.
Do you know? We in America, we really don't have anything old.
No. Gary said he went to Alaska too.
So where did he go?
Kenai River. That was a blast, he said.
Did he go fishing? Did he hunt fish? Did he go
Kenai River?
So did he stand out in the waters and fish?
Gary, did you fish at all? Did you go out and fish? Did you stand out in the water? See if he answers back here if you can. I didn't do any fishing up there at all.
I don't know if I would either. I mean, if I did do it, from what you said, my goal would be, I think, maybe to split it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you only have so much time, so you're in and out, checking out the place, going on the little, says yes, fished in the river and ocean. He said, yeah, he did fish both in the river and ocean. Cool, Gary.
Right.
But
so did he do fly fishing? Did he do fly fishing, or did he do did he do charter boat fishing?
Gary, did you do fly, or did you take a charter boat out, or just off the shore? He says here. He's still typing, probably.
That's all right. See, Alaska is our last frontier.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe in the middle of Utah, you can go in the back country, and it's like Mars. There's no one there.
Yeah, I've been to Utah before. There was a whole bunch out there. He's typing. One of the things I had a conversation, I deal with people with Iraq. It's not Iraq, it's Iraq. Oh, halibut from a boat.
Boat, okay. That's pretty cool.
Now, halibut, oh, yeah, they got some big shit up there.
That's fun time.
Oh, yeah, big time. That's huge.
Yeah, that's congratulations.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man.
And that's good meat there.
Well, and not only that, I think it's a great experience because we don't get that stateside. I mean, I say stateside, I mean the normal country down south of that. We just don't get any of that.
No, not at all.
Did he do crab? Did he do any crab stuff? Did he eat crab?
Did you get any crab or anything like that? And we got fresh tuna in Cabo San Lucas. We got fresh tuna out there and stuff. I got a big El Dorado mahi, a huge one out there fishing up the boat. And
did you cut it and eat it?
Oh yeah, that night on the boat, he cut it up and we ate it.
I bet you couldn't have been any better. Have been any better.
That was one of the even though it was a private boat we went on, that was probably one of the best trips I've been on because it was all catered. We have a chef, the captain, the crew, and stuff like that. We fished and all that stuff. It was awesome.
How many people were on that boat?
There was two, four, I think 6 people.
So
not including the crew.
Okay, so 6 people you were catered to big time.
Yep.
And did you spend days out?
We were out there 4 or 5 days. I can't remember.
That's perfect.
Oh, it was awesome.
So I'm guessing $600 a day.
It was free. It was through the company I work with.
Pardon me?
It was through the company I work with. It was free.
Perfect.
That's
great. Well, that's great, and it should be that way. I mean,
keep digging. Thanks, buddy, for popping in, buddy. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, it was awesome out there. It was like, I mean, you get up in the morning, you get coffee, the cook's up and stuff like that. I mean, actually, I went out and smoked a cigar with the cook on the deck and stuff like that. He had a cigarette, I had a cigar. The deck like that, and had our coffee out there, and the sun was coming up first thing in the morning. It was no better than that. The weather was perfect. Everything was perfect.
Can you imagine, just for a minute, for everyone in the chat? I don't know how many people you have in the chat. I can't see.
Right now we got 9.
If you can imagine what it's like going to a great restaurant, and then imagine that multiplying by a factor of 10.
Yeah,
you
easy.
Catch the fish. It's the atmosphere, right?
Easy.
I can't see. I've never done anything like that.
Yeah, it was an incredible trip.
So
it was awesome.
So you were out there. You traveled for a day probably to get out to where you're fishing, right?
Probably not even a day, maybe a few hours out there to get
to
where we're fishing. But you know what they had on the boat? They had jet skis on the boat, so we could take the jet skis out and stuff like that too. It was just freaking perfect.
Was it a yacht?
It was a 110-foot boat, I think.
That's a yacht, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was big. Yeah, it had cabins downstairs. It had three cabins downstairs, not including the cabins for the crew. It was an experience.
That was a lifetime experience.
It was.
What's your best experience so far to date going out and about? Was that it?
I would say, yeah, that probably had to have been it, because just the memories from doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to Cabo. We've been there like 5 or 6 times, and it's great there. Don't get me wrong. All-inclusive hotels. But to get out on that boat and be catered to like that, and we always, when we go out, it's always to Cabo, it's always inclusive. So our meals and drinks are all free and stuff like that, besides, tipping here and there. But
right.
The boat was all paid for. The airfare was all paid for. It was catered. I mean, the beer, all the booze you could drink and whatever you wanted out there was all there. I mean, I would say that had to have been it.
And when you get treated like that, and everyone gets one experience in their life like that, it just seems to be one.
Yeah, you don't forget it.
No, because number one, you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. Hey, Ray, appreciate you popping in, man. Go enjoy your dinner, buddy.
Hey, Ray. But the other thing is that those experiences are meant to impress the employee that performed. You don't get out there, and everyone knows you don't get out there without paying a huge price for it.
Oh, yeah.
Time-wise, right?
Oh, yeah, because we went to Cabo on our trips when we did our all-inclusive trips without the company, and we had to pay to go out fishing and stuff like that on the boat and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, you got to pay for it, no doubt.
Yeah.
It ain't free.
No, I think one of the company trips we were sent to was $1,100 a day for the hotel.
Wow.
And think about what that means. I couldn't give a shit if I stay at a pillow with a mint on it or not. I don't. And if you're sightseeing the right way, and everyone out there can tell us in the chat, if you're sightseeing the right way, you get home at 7:00. It's midnight.
Yep.
You're done.
Yep.
You're done. You have nothing left of your body. You can try to have conversation. You can think you're going to go out for a big dinner, but you're exhausted. And the hotel doesn't mean anything. It's the experiences that you're going. It's just the one place I would say you need to go is Italy. If you ever go,
I would love to go to Italy. I would love to go there and experience Italy.
Yeah, our tickets, and I went like 6 years ago. I spent I think 2 weeks there. But we're going to go back. I want to ski in Sicily because it's the only ski hill in the world that you can ski overlooking the ocean.
Wow.
And one of the videos I think I have is skiing with an his brother was an Olympic skier. And he was the best skier I've ever skied with in my life. And it was terrifying. but it was free.
Mandy says Italy is on her bucket list.
If you do go to Italy, take a lot of time and then stay there for about 3 weeks. You need 3 weeks and just to hang out. Everything's going to cost double what you think it's going to cost. My son went there. He got mugged.
Oh, Jesus. Really?
At knife point, he beat the living crap out of like 5 people.
Wow.
And then they finally caught up to him, and he gave him €100. He was on college. He went to college there.
Wow.
And they finally held him up and said, "Give us what your wallet." He just handed him his wallet. He said, "Fine."
Yeah.
But it was a big deal. The whole college, his college is a great college. But if you go over there, you need to have Lyft. You need to have what's the other one? Uber. You need to plan twice as much time, which is 3 weeks, and pick your area as you go. You need to go to Tuscany. You need to go to Rome. You need to go to a whole bunch of different areas in there. But pardon me?
There's a lot of stuff.
You can't, even in 3 weeks, you need to go there 10 times.
Oh, wow.
It's that big of a deal.
Because I have to hit every goddamn wine thing in the whole country. They got wine everywhere.
I'll tell you what I found fascinating was that the more you got out on the fringe, the more people were like us.
Oh, I bet, on the outskirts.
Yep. And the more you were just a person. You weren't a tourist.
Makes you feel a little bit more home.
Right. And then I think it's the West Coast, there's villages that are built on the side of steep rock cliffs and stuff.
Yeah, I see pictures of that. Yeah.
I don't know where the hell they are yet, but I've seen them and I want to go there.
Wouldn't that be cool though? I mean, because that's fascinating they would do that, but it's got to be so awesome just to see that. I mean, that stuff built up on it, stuff like that. I see pictures of it. It's cool. I mean, it's absolutely cool.
And imagine, your detectoring is the same thing. It is the new frontier that that's why planning, you need to find, my phone dies. I apologize. You need it, and it might go out of batteries here at about 5. But if you go anywhere, it's just like metal detecting, because you're out there seeking what you don't know exists. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And that's why you can plan, but you need to plan twice the time, because we got to places. I remember having ice cream in a castle in a place that was a theater at midnight in Italy. Thinking,
how old was the castle?
I think it was like 1700s.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, wow.
Well, and I'm parking my car in this thing going, why? But that was not on our map to do.
Oh, wow.
That wasn't on our map. Let's get out and drive.
Wow.
And anyway, I've stayed too long. I'm offensive to my wife after like a half hour. But anyway, that's why we stay married. She leaves and I stay here. And I'm really...
Yeah, but you can tell you had a better time than she did.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to tell her that. She had, it's like when she calls me and I'm traveling, she goes, "How is it?" I go, "It's work. It's work. It's terrible. It's terrible." And then, I said, how work is. I mean,
work is work.
I want to tell you, it's how you manage the truth. Because when I brought her, my wife, to Italy, who I knew in high school, by the way, she sat behind me in English class and used to smack my head.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. My entire family. My dad's a PhD, master's in 45 hours. My
Wow.
mom put herself through school, and her dad said she didn't need to go to school.
Wow.
And then all my other siblings are sisters. Each one of them, one did the youngest merger in a company that we all know as a woman ever. The other one was a VP of a major financial institute, and the other one won Teacher of the Year and International Teacher of the Year runner-up for like all these people. And they're tough. They're tough women. My family is the toughest women ever to be put on the. And my wife, my mom would eat through it. If she was today, she would be head of HP. Toughest woman you ever met. And my wife is so tough that she is the toughest woman I've ever met.
Wow.
And because of that, I like her.
Hey, Deadhead, what's up?
Anyway,
that's crazy.
It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. I'm going to go back down to chat and become a normal citizen.
JSP, you know what, buddy? Anytime you want to come up here, you're way more than welcome, my friend. Anytime, man.
It's been a pleasure, my man.
Your support. I appreciate your support and the conversation, buddy. I really do.
I enjoyed the heck out of this.
Oh, absolutely. And please come up again.
You got it, my man. Peace.
Okay. You have a great evening, my man. We'll talk to you later. All right, guys. That was JSP. Nice story, though. He's got some good stuff. I can't wait to hear more from him. Sweet. Got to go, folks. St. Louis, man. Talk to you later on. Have a good evening, buddy. I appreciate it. Who's all in the house? I need some. Who's in the house right now? Got 6 people. Gary, you still in the house? Oh, good stories, though. God, that's amazing. And for him to bring up that paranormal stuff and talk about that, just wow. Nuts. Now, I know I said I was going to do a giveaway tonight, but we got to chatting and stuff and knocked down a bunch of the people out of it. They were going to wait around. They had better things to do. And I know you guys all got better stuff to do on a Saturday night, I would think. So I will do this giveaway at another time. Unless you want to do it now. Gregory, buddy, thanks for popping in still, man. I see you're still here. Yeah, go show some support to Johnny Smallpepper. What a great guy he is. And you know what? He's always on my channel comment. Always. Just a great guy. He's got some good stories, too. Can't wait to have him up again. You too, Gregory, buddy. We'll talk to you later on. Uncle Beep. Deadheads, I really appreciate you coming up, buddy. Kind of upset I didn't get to give away my stuff tonight, but we got pushing it. I know we got some other people on tonight, so I don't want to tap on their time. Plus, we're down a few people on the people that are up here. So we could do it when we have a little bit more people up here. Maybe I'll throw in some more stuff. But you all have a great evening, and thanks for popping in. I appreciate it a lot, you guys. And thank you, JSP, if you're still out there. I appreciate it, man. Always welcome up. You know what? Any one of you are always welcome to come up. Always. I'll give you a few minutes. Gregory, you're always there too, buddy. Always commenting. JSP's back. Thanks again, JSP. I appreciate it, man. Told everybody to go over your channel and check it out, man. You got some good stories, and you're more than welcome to come up anytime you want, man. It's always great. It was great talking to you tonight. I really appreciate it. You brought a lot of stuff back that I haven't thought about in a long time. I'll probably have an earthquake dream tonight. Uncle Beep, catch you later, bud. Yeah, it was pretty cool, Uncle Beep, no doubt. It was nice. It was fun talking about it. JSP, we'll talk to you later on. No doubt about it. Take care tonight. Tell the family I said hi. All right, looks we're winding down, you guys. I'm gonna take off, gonna eat some dinner, go relax. You guys all have a great evening. Gary, thanks for popping on. If you're still out there, I appreciate it, man. You the man.
Are you all fancy?